Which should I choose? Welcome. How can I help you?
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
You're also here for Mondstadt's
Woo! Whoa!
Welcome. How can I help you? It's been getting quite busy recently. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
A radish veggie soup.
Star-Snatched Cliff is known for its views.
I guess I'll post a commission at the Adventurers Guild.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest.
Something that catches your eye.
Star-Snatched Cliff is known for its views.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Woo!
Should I choose?
Whoa!
Today's welcome. How can I help you? Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer. And a radish veggie soup. You're also here for Mondstadt's wine, aren't you?
Ancient alchemy.
You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible.
Which should I choose? Welcome. How can I help you? Today's recommendation is a strange wanderer.
Woo! Whoa!
And a radish veggie.
Woo! Whoa! Ever tried chasing waves before? You want to try? Well, come on, no time. Like the present? Oh. Let the show begin. Carbon waves! Faster!
Congratulations, Mulani! Congratulations, Kachina! You've successfully cleared the team stage.
Amazing! Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Keep it up, Mulani! Kachina! Mulani! Kachina! Mulani!
Woo! Kachina, Mualani! You two can take a short break while the team stage comes to a close. We'll draw names to determine the individual matchups in a moment. After that, we'll proceed to the next stage of the competition. I wish you both the best.
You two are assigned to different lounge areas. If you'll follow me, please, Kachina.
Solo battles next. And I was 3 wins short last time. I've... Just calm down, Kachina. You're in good form. You can do this.
Hold it right there. This is the contestants' lounge. Unauthorized access is prohibited.
We're contestants too. Let us through.
According to my list, you're not among the individual match contenders, nor are you related to any of the remaining candidates.
Well, we'd still be candidates if it was just based on strength. We only lost because 2 other contestants snuck up on us like cowards. If you could just go contact the referee, we'll wait right here for you to...
Wait, you two are...
Well, look who we have here. Remember us? Your little trick got us disqualified.
Since we've crossed paths again, let's settle this once and for all. We'll see who truly deserves to advance to the next stage. Fight us!
Right now?
Don't mind him, Kachina. Tournament rules place you under no obligation to honor that request. A loss is a loss, and that's final. You! Don't just stand there! Get security over here now!
Forget the rules. Isn't the pilgrimage about picking the strongest warriors? She just happened to catch us off guard. It was all luck.
Exactly. Now's our chance to duke it out fair and square.
Kachina!
Who are you?
Traveler! Paimon! What are you doing here? We just came to have a chat, and then all of a sudden these guys were threatening you! Huh. You're not bullying Kachina on our watch! Thanks, you guys. I don't know your names, but if you really want to face me, I'll allow it. It has to wait until after the tournament, though. I need to focus on the upcoming matches. I don't want to let my parents down, or any of the friends who helped me get this far.
That's enough, you two. Being caught off guard is not an excuse. You think you can cry foul play when you face the abyss? If this behavior persists, you may find yourselves barred from future competition.
Whatever. Let's go.
Are you alright? You're not hurt anywhere, are you? No, thanks to you. To be honest, I totally blanked out just now. I had no idea what to do. Right. I'll show them what I'm made of. That sounds more like it. You can do it!
I heard there was trouble. Has the situation been resolved?
Yes. It was nothing out of the ordinary. A couple of sore losers coming to stir up trouble with the contestants.
Some people are so obsessed with glory, they can't even bear the idea of failure. I hope you don't let them get to you, Kachina, because you'll need to get ready. Your match is up soon.
That came up quick. Alright, I'm coming. well, guess I'm off.
You must be Kachina. You know, people told me I got lucky in the draw, but I beg to differ. There are no coincidences in the arena. If you're standing here, it means you're strong, no matter what anyone says. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're made of. The team stage ended before I had my fill of battle. I hope you don't disappoint. Well, anything you want to say in return?
I won't lose to you. Not when so many people are supporting me and cheering for me, and I really want to earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars.
All right, our contestants have each said their piece. To your places, everyone. And begin!
Again! actually lost. Knew I had an eye for the good ones. Guess that means I was right about you all along.
Congratulations to Kachina for taking the win. Let's give her a round of applause, everyone. Now, diving into the other matchups.
That's one down! Woohoo!
Where do you come from, kid? Think you've got what it takes to go to war? Hate to break it to you, but it won't be easy to get through me.
And you are...
You don't recognize me? Figures. Our generation's been in decline ever since Ateya and the others retired from the front lines. Either way, once we face off, you won't forget my name anytime soon. Let's do this! Hear that? The exhilarating cheers of the crowd. That's why
I'm fine.
room for improvement. Time to get serious.
Let's go, Twirly!
You know a trick or two.
Shockwave! Drilling down! Let's go, Twirly!
Try this on for size.
She's strong. I can't rush this. Just like the Traveler said. I need to observe on the ball. Come on, Katina, you can do it! It's not just about who hits the hardest.
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You really impressed me. I take back what I said before our match. You've got what it takes, Kachina. Youngsters like you, you'll forge your own miracles.
And it's Kachina for the win! We'll now head into a short break as our contestants prepare for the final round of competition.
Thanks for cheering me on, you two. You were great out there! You faced a lot of impressive competitors, but they never stood a chance. I don't think I did too shabby either. I've never gotten this many points before. You ready for the last round, Kachina? More I got permission to come see you before the last round starts. Based on your score, it looks like you'll make it to the Night Warden Wars if you win your next match. But, your final opponent... it's me.
What? Yeah, I just found out myself. We're really close in the rankings, so only the winner gets to move forward. But I wanted to fight alongside you.
I did too, but it is what it is. People with similar scores tend to get matched against each other. But we just have to get past it. War is cruel, and the Abyss certainly isn't going to go easy on us. Only Natlan's strongest deserve to stand against them. So, I'm going to give this battle my all, Kachina. And I hope you do the same. To hand victory to your opponent is to take pity on them. But no one's asking for pity here, yeah? So, you ready?
I'll do my best!
Atta girl. So, if one of you has to lose, who should we cheer for then? You mean one of us is destined to win? It's something worth celebrating either way. I'll be happy no matter who wins. And I know you feel the same way, Kachina. So, don't overthink it. Let's just have ourselves a good match. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you after the match. Kachina, I'll see you on the field.
I've been training so long for this, and Mualani's helped so much. I'm going to show her that it didn't go to waste. Thanks for believing in me. I'll try believing in myself this time too.
We've arrived at the final phase. The winner of this match will take the final spot among the victors. Give it up for a long-time contender and first-time finalist from the Children of Echoes, Kachina!
You get this, Kachina!
And her opponent from the people of the Springs, a young prodigy and Night Warden Wars veteran, Mualani! This face-off between old friends promises to be an explosive showdown. May the best warrior win!
You've come so far. Still nervous?
Why does it have to be you? Still, I'm glad in a way. Even if I lose, I won't have any regrets.
Come on! Kachina, this is no time to be modest. I know you want this more than me. And it's about time you start sounding like it, okay?
I want to win. Mualani, this one's mine!
Look.
The winner is, from the Children of Echoes, Conchita! And with that, the winners of this pilgrimage have been decided. Put your hands together for our victors as we welcome them to the stage. With her 6th consecutive win, Cheska of the Flower Feather Clan. She managed to turn the tides all by herself. Ian-san of the Collective of Plenty. With an explosive comeback 10 years in the making, Kaiulani of the People of the Springs. A seasoned and renowned warrior, Kibungu of the Scions of the Canopy. Last but not least, finally living up to her true potential, Kachina of the Children of Echoes.
Woo! Over here, Kachina!
I made it. Feels like a dream.
This is no dream. Your strength is what got you here.
We'll be going to war together. It's an honor to fight alongside you, Kachina.
No matter how many pilgrimages I witness, I'm always overwhelmed with pride in this moment. Pride for you, my brave warriors. You give me faith that our innumerable sacrifices are not in vain, that the future of Natlan shall burn with the brilliance of a blazing fire. Brave warriors, the following is an order, and also a personal request. Go forth and crush the abyss! Seize victory and glory for Natlan!
As you command.
As you command.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are! I wanted to thank you for supporting Kachina back there. She really has grown into a formidable competitor. She deserved that win. Not that it feels good to lose, but I'm happy for her. Oh, it's definitely bittersweet, though. Hey, wanna go for a walk? Kachina and the others will be busy fighting the Abyss, so why don't I show you around Natlan for a while? Sure! What do you say, Traveler? Something on your mind? Listen, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But she's got experienced, powerful companions to take the lead. I'm sure they'll be fine. Glory always comes with a risk. If victory was assured, no one would take pride in it. She's not one to fall so easily. She bears the ancient name Uthabiti, after all. We just need to hold the fort while they're gone. Come to think of it, you've never visited my tribe, have you? Come on, I'll take you. The people of the Springs live alongside the Kaholasaurus. Our tribe is an ideal spot for some R&R. I'll take you to all the best spots. You'll love it.
Looks like you beat me to it.
Kinich?
I was planning on inviting you to visit the Scions of the Canopy. Most of the adventures that belong to the guild come from my tribe, so I figured you might be interested.
Hey, first come, first served. You snooze, you lose, Kinich.
Yeah, you were first. Still, Traveler, Paimon, feel free to stop by if you ever have time. You're always welcome.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us. All right, let's pack up and head out. Carving waves! Wow, what an amazing view! And we can even see some Kaholosaurs here and there. Hey, why don't we try to get a picture with one or two of them in the wild? Well, they're so cute. They probably won't do that. Right? Huh? What's happening over there?
Help! Somebody help us!
Ah! Wild Kaholosaurs are actually biting people! Yeah, we can save those for later. We can't just stand around when someone's calling for help. Let's ride!
Get back!
Don't panic! We can get there!
Finally! It's coming! Please help us!
Next on the agenda.
Judging from your clothes, you must be scholars from Sumeru, right?
Yes, I'm Karya, and this is my senior Varamdra. Thank you so much for saving us. I was a little too close.
Don't mention it! Handling these sort of things is practically second nature to us by now. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler!
Still, it seems that all the Kaholosaurs just ran off. We need to capture at least one alive.
Capture one alive?
Correct. Say, I can see you are very skilled at dealing with them. Do you think you could use me as live bait to help us capture one? I will...
Well...
Apologies. Varamdra has been hyper-focused on his research. So please, don't be too hard on him.
Oh, no worries. But why did you approach a whole group of wild Kaholosaurs, and what's this talk about capturing them? Paimon's pretty sure that's not what they're trying to do.
I'm sure we must look very silly. The fact of the matter is that we're searching for a mysterious island from a certain legend. It's said that a very important clue about the island can be found on Kaholosaurs, so... approaching them without the help of a guide from the people of the Springs was certainly an unwise choice on our part.
A mysterious island?
Yes. There is a legend from the people of the Springs that mentions a mysterious island, and Varamdra believes the key to his research can be found there.
Are you certain you two won't consider my proposal to capture one?
Some proposal? There's no way we'd be willing to use a person as live bait!
Then I suppose discussing it any further will just be a waste of time. I must come up with another solution.
Varamdra!
Oh, all right. You did rescue Karya and I just now, and I suppose I should express some gratitude. Thank you very much.
A little awkward, but Paimon will take it.
We should move on, Karya.
Yes, thank you again. My apologies. Varamdra really doesn't have the best people skills.
That's all right. Bye now! You really don't see a pair of adventurers like those two every day. But anyway, Paimon's really curious about that mysterious island that lady just mentioned. Yeah, who knows? There might be treasure! After all the amazing places we've explored during our adventures, finding some mysterious island should be a walk in the park for us. Oh, you're right. The lady mentioned that the mysterious island is related to a legend of the people of the springs. So maybe we can start by asking some of them about it. Time's ticking, let's get started on our next adventure! But the real question is, who should we ask? That's an idea. If anyone, the chief of the tribe should know the details.
Good eye.
Carving waves! to help find the baby saurians?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through. Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you? Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the stick?
Darn it! We've been tricked, Hoonie. I should have known that Glasses Guy was a con artist.
What are we supposed to do about the baby saurians now? Time's running out. It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby saurians, huh? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's saurian got injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3 little babies. After what happened to Nana, her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them. If Nana is your dad's saurian, why isn't he the one looking for them? My dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony, more important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him. I didn't think it would take very long, but then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah, he was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart.
It's all right. Don't let him get to you. We're here now and we'll help you because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler? They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the cliff. Really? Wow! Thank you so much, Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really steep. Even grown-ups have trouble climbing them.
Goody said the baby saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up. Off we go.
Need a surfboard?
Carving waves. Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome who wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us? I suppose we can't blame you. Such is the spell that our majesty casts on our minions. Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula shall grant you the audience that you seek. Come, pucker up. You may now kiss our feet. Wait, aren't you like Kenichi's sidekick? What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met. Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame. We shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenichi's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single word of mercy. Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kenichi clearly has you under lock and key. That's great, Sovereign, to you. You dare invite the wrath of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula. You will burn in turn fire for 1,000 years for your blasphemy. If you must know, our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident near Hoytsidlan, and we chose to grant his request. Abyss incident? See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her confusion, she attacked my servant's tribe, then assailed her own offspring. Yikes! So how is she doing now? She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of the abyss. Naturally, she has departed for the Night Kingdom. Such a fragile creature. Apparently, she ended her struggle by leaping from a cliff. Leaping from a cliff? My dear anemic flying ant, as addled with questions as your head may be, please keep them to yourself and wipe that absurd expression off your face. We are the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula, not a wish-granting fountain. Anemic flying ant? You! Just you wait. Two can play at the ugly nickname game. We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer must be lurking nearby, but they are well hidden. If you encounter any suspicious outlanders, be sure to give them a robust interrogation. Suspicious outlanders? Wait, are you mocking us? How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky that our servant has such vile taste in friends. Otherwise, we would beat you black and blue! And then if you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my sight. Do not impede the work of the Potty mouth on that guy! Paimon is furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Let's not get sidetracked.
Wow, you're back already?
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop worrying about— You're welcome. Piece of cake! You're not from Natlan, right? Because your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing. You should—
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big Scions of the Canopy welcome. We love having guests, and you're really nice people. Not like Glasses Guy.
By the sound of it, Glasses Guy wasn't from Natlan either, right? Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know what? Now that I think about it, there was something really fishy about him. Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned. Sure, if you're interested. Let me think. How did the conversation go again? Oh, please, mister. I've told you so many stories already. When are you gonna help me find the baby Saurians?
Just one more story. One more, I swear. Why don't you tell me more about that ball of fire? I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, maybe even further back than that.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Malipo comes from.
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of an ancient name. That's impressive.
Uh-huh. There's a story behind every ancient name. The legend goes that the Turnfire first appeared in the era of the Grand Alliance. It was used by the tyrant Och Khan to rule over Natlan and oppress anyone who opposed him. Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away. And whatever you do, you mustn't turn back to look at it.
Why? What happens if you turn back?
As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but burning people alive? That is a big no-no in my book.
Right? How nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Och Khan really was an evil tyrant.
Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess. Eventually, a valiant hero came to save the day? That's usually how these stories go.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff. The hero was called Yupanqui. He's the ancestor of our tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yupanqui was friends with Och Khan the Tyrant, and also Shibalanke, the first Pyro Archon. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time. He didn't like how Och Khan was such a cruel tyrant, so he stole the Turnfire and threw it at the Och Khan's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and they all got turned to ash. And that's how our ancestors set our people free. But just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Och Khan calling out to him from behind. It caught him off guard, and he turned around to look.
But Och Khan wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army in ruins, and giant flames reaching up into the sky.
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes and swallowed him up.
All it took was a single glance. As soon as he looked back, he was burned to a crisp.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire, or the price of turning back?
Nobody knows the answer. But the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned more fiercely than any other. It burned for 100 days until it burned a hole right through the ley lines. And then, the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
The grown-ups say that it lights up the path that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, they have to accept the flames and be purified by the fire first. It's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's the story of Yupanqui's Turnfire.
Ah, a fine parable indeed. So, is it true? Is it really possible to find this fire in the Night Kingdom?
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Either way, I assume this name has been passed down in your tribe ever since?
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night. But that was 500 years ago.
Yeah, and now it belongs to Kinich. So we often call him Malipo Kinich.
Kinich, huh?
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the baby Saurians for us like you promised?
I would, but doesn't the legend of the Turnfire teach us not to look back? Let's not go dredging up the past. Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. Starting now. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now. Tut tut. We can't have that. Cursing is for grown-ups only.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us, or the Turnfire will get you when you die.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natlan? Uncle Glasses isn't from here, you know. Unlike you.
Huh?
Wait. Is that? All right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. Two of my friends are on their way here, and, Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake.
Really? Well, first, can you tell us your name?
We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves.
Huh? Where? Oh, wait! Uncle Sanka, where did you go? Yeah, definitely a fishy character. It sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names.
Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed us too. He'll pay for this.
All he got out of us was some stories, though. What's the worst that could happen? Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kanich about this. Ahau says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. We probably shouldn't take him at his word. Huh? You know Kanich? Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal together.
Aw, man, I'm so jealous. I never even spoken to him. He's so cool. He's the Saurian hunter, and he has a really awesome ancient name.
Me neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Probably because of that little creep he always hangs out with. He's nasty, and he's so full of himself. Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too. He sure loves pushing people's buttons. Exactly. I don't know why Kanich partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead?
Uh-oh. Hoonie, look how late it is. We've been out way too long. We better get home now or we'll get yelled at.
Oh, yikes. You're right. Okay, well, this path here leads to our settlement. If you decide to visit, remember to come to my house. If there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon.
We gotta run. Bye for now.
Let's ride! Is this where the chief of the people of the spring should be? Someone looking for me? Oh, why if it isn't the traveler and his companion. Hey, so the chief's a little kid? And wait, how do you already know us? As chief of the tribe, I must stay informed about everything that could have a significant impact on Netland. That way, I can come up with the best possible plans for the tribe. So what brings you here? Do you need help with anything? We want to visit the mysterious island. The mysterious island, huh? Is there something wrong? I'm assuming you two are already aware that this island is related to a legend of my people. Yeah, but now that you mention it, we don't know anything about the actual legend yet. Then allow me to explain it to you two. It is said that the first chief of the people of the Springs was the most outstanding guide in all of Netland. He discovered many deserted domains and found countless treasures. But to prove himself once more, he embarked on yet another journey in search of a legendary, mysterious island. He endured many hardships along the way, but he persevered and managed to reach the destination. The island emits a golden light where countless treasures are buried. But instead of claiming the treasures for himself, he left behind a trail of clues that lead to the island. Since then, many people from later generations have undertaken the challenge of finding the island. After all, to find the island is to find riches and glory.
Oh, that makes sense. So could you tell us how to get to that island? Oh, Paimon gets it. This is like a big secret for the people of the spring, so you can't just tell anyone, right?
On the contrary, it's quite the opposite. The legend and the clues needed to find the island are all already known to the public.
Oh! Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I'm willing to answer your question in exchange for a favor. What do you think?
Sure thing! But what do you need us to do?
Then you have my thanks. Allow me to tell you some details. I'll be honest, there are some among the tribe who are of rather base character. Not long ago, I received a report that a few of them were working together to scam visitors. As the chief of the tribe, I was very ashamed to hear of this.
It's really hard to believe that could happen.
They are targeting tourists who wish to visit that island. According to my sources, they would trick tourists into believing they are trustworthy guides before luring the tourists into spending a fortune for the sake of reaching the island. They run a pretty sophisticated operation. They would always claim the scammed money as some kind of legal travel expenditure, so it's hard to use that to directly convict them. So, I was hoping to find someone who could approach them and pretend to get scammed. Doing so would allow us to gather the evidence required to bring them to justice. The problem is, they would certainly recognize anyone associated with me, which is why I haven't been able to carry out the plan yet.
Oh, Paimon understands now! We're the perfect bait because we're both tourists.
Exactly! And as far as I know, you two are no pushovers. No matter what nefarious schemes they may come up with, you'll be perfectly capable of protecting yourselves, right?
You betcha! If it's just a few scammers we're talking about, he'll take them all down!
Wonderful! Then here, please take this.
Whoa, that's a lot of Mora! Did we already earn a bonus?
There will be plenty of rewards if you manage to catch those scoundrels. This Mora, however, is for other purposes. I'm sure some spending will be required on your part before they lower their guard. I certainly wouldn't expect you to pay out of your own pockets. So please use the Mora as needed, and collect as much evidence as possible.
No wonder you're the chief. Seems like you've already thought of everything.
I've marked the location of the scammers on your map. I'll leave the rest to you two.
Hot spring.
This should be the place. Now let's see if anyone around here looks like a scammer. Oh, right. We should pretend we are innocent tourists with no idea about what's going on. But how should we lure those scammers out? Good idea. Speaking of which, Paimon's dying to know what kind of treasures could be buried on the mysterious island. Wonder if anyone's ever really seen them before.
Ah! Are you two visitors from afar looking to visit the mysterious island?
Oh, looks like we managed to lure them out already. Pardon, is something the matter?
I just happened to overhear you two talking about the mysterious island. I assume you two must be tourists, brought here by the legend and looking for the island. Am I right?
Hello, Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. That's right. We were just getting ready to look for that island from the...
In that case, as a qualified guide, I certainly cannot allow you to embark on such a dangerous journey.
Uh-huh.
As the legend says, if you can manage to reach the mysterious island, riches and glory will be yours for the taking. Be that as it may, the journey to the island is full of untold perils and dangers. It would be nigh impossible for any average person to reach the island. But you are in luck. Allow me to tell you the purpose of our services. It just so happens that our mission as guides is to help visitors avoid danger, find shortcuts, and successfully reach their destination. Please, there's no need to worry. This was just one point I had to make perfectly clear. Although the legend and the clues to finding the island are known to everyone, the leads left behind by our ancestors are as enigmatic as riddles found on a lost treasure map. Only guides bestowed with the legacy of our ancestors can correctly decipher the clues. Tourists who rashly embark on their own often wind up lost and encounter unnecessary dangers.
Huh. He actually sounds pretty convincing.
But it seems like fate has brought us together. So, what say you to having me as your guide?
So how much will you charge us?
Not to worry. I don't intend to charge any fees.
So you'd be working for free?
For us, people of the Springs, guiding guests to the mysterious island is a great honor in and of itself, worth more than any amount of mora.
Smooth. Paimon almost wants to believe him. All right, thank you. Then please, guide us onward.
Of course. Please, follow me.
Carving waves! Let's ride!
Need a surfboard?
Carving waves!
Are you two here to take pictures with the Koholosaurs?
Really? Can we?
Ahem. Huh? Oh, you two must be here to seek insight from Atta, right?
Atta? Insight?
Shh, not so loud. Openly saying their name in such a manner will only cause them to loathe you.
I apologize for not explaining earlier. As you can see, Atta is the elder Koholosaur. My senior here is responsible to serve. Atta is highly respected among the tribe and is far more knowledgeable than other Koholosaurs. They say that Atta has actually visited the mysterious island before. Therefore, we must rely on Atta's insight to know how to get there.
Really? But how do we do that? Can a Koholosaurus elder talk?
You need only slowly approach Atta. Once Atta has confirmed your scent, they will provide their wise insight. In the language of the Koholosaurs, of course. But no need to worry. The ability to interpret this language is one of the basic skills required of a guide from the people of the Springs. I can understand Atta's instructions and will lead you on the journey ahead.
All right, then let's give it a try.
That'll be 10,000 mora per person.
Huh?
In order for Atta to give us insight, they must recall their past, which can be extremely taxing for a Kaholasaur. Costs to maintain their health can be quite high, you know.
I'm sorry. Such expenses may arise in the process of finding our way, but as long as we reach the mysterious island, these costs will be quite trivial in the end.
There you have it. Paimon knew there was no such thing as a free lunch. Oh, Paimon has an idea. She bets they've just made up all that stuff about the talking Kaholasaur. But if we can get a receipt, that'll be proof that they're scamming tourists. With that kind of evidence, there'll be no doubt they're guilty.
What's taking them so long? Well, what do you say? I'll even throw in a group photo of you two with Atta. You won't ever find another deal like this.
Oh, that's an unexpected bonus. Quick, let's pay the man. Whoa, Atta really didn't try to bite us at all.
You can also pose now if you'd like a photo together.
Okay.
Oh, Atta is already speaking? Let me listen to what they have to say.
Could you really get anything from that noise?
Of course! Like I said, only a guide like me can understand their language. Let's follow Atta's instructions and proceed to the next area.
Here's your group photo. I even packaged it up for free.
Any chance we could get a receipt for that?
No problem at all. Here you go.
Please, come with me.
We still have a lot of the Chief's more to use. Why don't we keep up the act and gather some more evidence? Paimon's curious what other tricks these scammers are using. These guys are going way too far. He keeps coming up with some far-fetched reasons to make us pay for everything. With all the evidence we have now, we could bring him straight to the chief and he'd definitely be convicted. But after handing over all that Mora, Paimon kinda wants to see if he'll actually take us to the island or not.
Sorry to keep you waiting. After all the clues we've gathered, I've managed to find a shortcut to the island.
Oh, alright, then let's get going! Let's ride!
This is the spot. The trails of sunlight will guide the way. Once you cross the rushing water, the light of the setting sun shall reveal everything. Atta's insights have already pointed us to the destination. It's just on the opposite bank.
You mean, we're almost there? Huh. But there wasn't even anything exciting about this journey.
As I said before, this is a shortcut. If I took you on some arduous path after all the Mora you spent, that wouldn't make me look like a good guide, don't you think? Anyway, there's no time to lose. We need to get there before sunset.
Carving waves!
According to Atta's insights, this is the place.
You mean the mysterious island?
Yes, I've led you to the island just as I promised, which means it's time for me to say goodbye.
Hold on! Are you serious? This is supposed to be the island? Then what about the treasure? And look at these wooden signs and artificial lights! Even we can tell it's fake!
All that stuff about treasure is just part of the legend. I didn't make any promises about what you'd find, and who says a mysterious island can't look like this?
Huh. Since you seem to have dropped the act, then there's no need for us to continue either. We were commissioned by the chief of the people of the Springs to gather evidence of your scamming activities. With these receipts, your scamming days are over.
You sure? Then what's written on those receipts?
Huh. Let's see. Huh?
I took you all this way just to buy enough time for the handwriting to disappear. Even if you were to go back to the people you paid, you'd only find that they were using fake names, making them impossible to track down. You want to report me for scamming tourists? Then be my guest. I'll just say that I'm being falsely accused. With that settled, I'll be going now.
Now he's trying to get away! Let's go after... It's the chief!
What's the chief doing here?
I have dispatched others to secretly trail you. Thanks to you, we can finally convict him of scamming people.
Convict me? How? They don't have any evidence against me. Even as the chief, you can't just level accusations without any evidence.
Sorry to say it, but he got us. We lost all the evidence we had.
Not to worry. Let's search him first.
Hey, what are you doing? Keep your hands off me! That's my Mora!
Yes, I see the mark. Looks like you already split the Mora before you let them here.
What do you mean?
The Mora that the Traveler and Paimon were using today were all provided by me. They all have a special mark on them.
You...
So, there must be an explanation why the Mora that should have been theirs ended up in your hands, right? There are no receipts to prove that any transactions took place, and you yourself just denied that there was a scam. So did you then take the Mora from them by force?
Take Mora from others by force? Oh, that's an even more serious crime than scamming!
You... Ugh. All right. Sure, I admit that I coaxed them into spending a few times, but I wouldn't go as far as calling it scamming.
We have witnesses standing right here, you know.
Fine. Yes, it was all a scam.
Woohoo! No wonder you're the chief of the tribe!
I still don't understand how so many people have been getting duped by them. You need only stop and think for a moment to see through the whole thing. If he claims to be able to find a shortcut to the mysterious island, then why hasn't he just gone there and claimed the treasure for himself? Why even bother guiding others there?
That's a good point. Speaking of, have any guides from the people of the Springs ever found the treasure of the mysterious island?
I can answer this question along with your previous one about how to get there. The answer is actually very simple. There is no shortcut to the island, and most people don't even meet the requirement to ever reach it. If you don't meet this single condition, then even guides from the people of the Springs, despite all of their abilities, will find it difficult to overcome the obstacles along the way. Which is exactly why, even though the clues to the mysterious island are open to the public, few have ever made it there.
There's a requirement? What is it?
Let me ask you something first. What do you think a real journey to the mysterious island should be like?
It should probably involve overcoming a lot of hardships with your companions before witnessing some breathtaking sights, uncovering a really touching story, and scoring some super cool treasure at the end.
And therein lies the key point. Overcoming hardships with your companions. It's said that when the first chief set out to search for the island, the ones who accompanied him were not clients nor tourists, but his closest friends. The legend also mentioned that only those willing to entrust their lives to one another will be able to reach the island together. Therefore, the requirement to reach the island is journeying with your closest friends, the kind of friends you would trust with your life.
So that's the key.
From what I can see, you and Paimon are exactly those kinds of friends, the kind that would trust each other with anything. But, unfortunately, neither of you are experienced guides. And if you were to hire someone else, then I'm afraid you could probably never place your lives in the hands of someone you met on a pure monetary basis.
That's true.
But don't feel discouraged. I believe that this beautiful land that I call my home will not disappoint you. Whether it's remote islands or ancient ruins, I'm sure they can also provide you with plenty of exciting adventures. And let me tell you a secret. The elders once told me that beneath these very ruins lies a way to reach the sky! Or maybe someone already discovered that. No matter. If you two want to go adventuring elsewhere, I can also give you some suggestions.
Yeah, thanks for that. But knowing us, we don't give up so easily even when a place is supposedly impossible to visit.
Oh, I can understand. I won't stop you if you're still interested in finding the island. I just recommend finding a guide first who you could trust with your lives.
A guide we could trust with our lives? Oh, who knows when we'll meet someone like that around here? Yeah, Paimon has a good feeling about this. Then let's go check out some of the other places first.
It appears you've already made up your minds. Then I'll be taking my leave. My assistants will pay you for all your help. Thanks again.
Okay, bye-bye!
Ah, we're finally here!
So this is your home, Mualani? Paimon can't wait to have a look around.
See? What did I tell you? A dip in the hot springs after a battle is just the best.
Fetch me a bottle of wine, would you, dear?
Just one? Let's get another. It's still early in the day, isn't it?
Want to go to Golden Dusk later?
Now this is a vacation. Absolutely amazing.
Wow, it's so lively around here. Is there some kind of holiday going on?
We try to treat every day like a holiday around here. We believe every day is worth celebrating. Now, let me show you around. Where to start? Shochiqui Cattle Records, Kalumchi Plaza. Oh, there's so many options, but I recommend the hot springs, of course. Natural hot springs have tons of health benefits. Go for a nice long soak and you're guaranteed a good night's sleep.
Wait, You want us to bathe? Here?
Oh, don't be shy. Come on, I'll take you to get changed.
Mualani!
Huh? Oh, Auntie Atea!
Please, I've told you that just Atea is fine. Do I look that old to you? Were you taking these two to the hot springs?
That's right. Oh, let me introduce you. This is the Traveler, and the small one next to him is Paimon. They only just arrived in Natlan, so I'm taking them around to experience our customs.
Hi there!
I'm Mualani's neighbor, Atea. By the way, Mualani, I heard you lost to Kachina during the pilgrimage. Is that true?
Yeah, I was this close to winning. Oh, definitely not the result I wanted, but still not too surprising. Kachina's always been strong. Anyway, it's all in the past. I'm gonna take these two for a dip in the hot springs. Talk to you later. Oh, wait. You'll need swimsuits first. I'm sure I can find you something lying around the shop. I'll go look.
Hold it right there, young lady. Have you forgotten the rule about bathing in the hot springs?
Rule? Oh, wait, you mean...
There's a rule about bathing in the hot springs?
That's right. Outlanders have to complete a trial at an artificial hot spring before they're allowed access to the natural ones.
It's not nearly as scary as it sounds. Basically, natural hot springs have higher temperatures that not everyone can withstand. A few travelers have gotten scalded by the water in the past, so now we have an unwritten rule. All Outlanders need to adapt to the lower temperature artificial springs first. But seriously, Auntie Atea, do we have to be so strict? These two are formidable adventurers. I know they can handle it.
Famous last words. The hot springs are not to be underestimated. You can never be too careful. Besides, the environment's been unstable lately. Could be a sign that the abyss is about to attack.
Oh, that sounds dangerous. You know, Paimon's really not all that formidable, so careful is good.
Exactly. There will be no excessive risk-taking on my watch. Mualani, take them to the artificial spring first.
Okay.
That's more like it. And don't try anything funny. I'm heading to the artificial spring in a bit, and if I don't see you there, your days of copping free meals at my place are done.
Relax. Oh, by the way, Atea, how have you been feeling lately?
Much better. How else would I have the energy to keep an eye on all you rascals? Hey! You over there! How many times have I told you no roughhousing near the hot springs?
Oh, shoot! That weird lady's back again!
Run! Stop right there! You need a stern talking to!
She sure has a lot of energy.
She's a legend in our tribe. Everyone knows her. Back before I inherited my ancient name, she was one of Natlan's most renowned warriors, famous for her love of hot springs. In fact, she often threw parties at the hot springs. She referred to anyone who came to these parties as her hot spring buddies. The attendees were all respected warriors like Liliuo, Kaiulani, Vichama, and the Archon.
If Paimon lived here, she would take advantage of the hot springs too.
It's just... during battle, she was impaled in the abdomen by an abyssal monster. The doctors managed to save her life, but they made it clear that she could never bathe in the hot springs again. Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water would accelerate the corrosion of her internal organs and the progression of her illness.
Oh, no wonder she has so many scars. Paimon had no idea she was so seriously injured.
That's normal. She never talks about her injury. She's worked tirelessly over the years to dig up artificial springs so that more and more people can experience our tribe's natural wonders, even though she can't enjoy them herself. I really respect her for that. Anyway, let's head to the artificial springs. If Auntie Atea gets there before us, we're gonna be in some real hot water.
Oh, I've
idea. I like it.
See, I told you the chief would agree.
Well, let's get moving then. We can't let a word of this slip to anyone else.
Hey, Amina, Hikaru, Marukao. You three seem particularly cheerful today. What's the occasion?
Oh, Mualani, you're back. Who are these two?
This is the Traveler and Paimon, two very important guests. I wanted to take them to the natural hot springs, but Auntie Atea caught us, so we had to come here first.
Oh, what a coincidence! We were just talking about her.
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a turn for the better.
Really? How can you tell?
Okay, so while you've been busy with the pilgrimage, we noticed that she's been visiting the hot springs alone at night. Specifically, the hot springs in the cave to the north of our settlement. I'm sure you know the one. Apparently, she used to go there a lot before they became abandoned for some reason. She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot springs every night. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that means, right?
Yeah, so we got to thinking, what if we renovated the abandoned spring behind her back, then threw her a huge surprise party? Chief Amina thinks it's a great idea too. So, you want in?
Of course! How could you even think of pulling this off without me? I'm a little busy right now, though. I'll come find you once we're done at the hot springs.
Of course! Take your time. You should focus on our guests for now. These artificial springs are pretty new, but the experience is just as good as the natural ones if you ask me. We really worked hard on them, so I hope you enjoy. And you two, I know you want to focus on Atea's surprise, but don't forget your patrol duties in the meantime. The Abyss could attack at any moment, so we need to stay vigilant.
You got it, Chief. We'll keep an eye out. You can count on us.
All right, we're off then. See you at the abandoned spring, Mualani.
I'm also gonna head out. Have fun!
Finally, it's hot spring time! Oh, I already arranged swimwear for you guys, by the way. Come on, I'll show you to the changing room.
Yeah, it's so nice. The steam is warm too.
The first time I came to the hot springs, there was no calming effect whatsoever. I was such a little ball of energy, the moment my parents looked away, I ran off to the high temperature pools. It was actually pretty funny looking back on it. They were absolutely frantic, looking for me all over, until finally they saw my head slowly poke out from under the water. I was too young to remember the whole ordeal, but my parents told me all about it. A natural-born swimmer, my mother called me. Just like her, I taught myself how to dive underwater the first time I ever went swimming. So feel free to go for a swim. I'll be right here if you need rescuing.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Auntie Atea, you really came to check on us?
Of course. And I'm glad you listened. I brought you all some milk and snacks. The temperature in the artificial springs isn't too high, so I went with Saurus crackers and grain fruit chips. See how you like them.
Oh, thank you!
Well, I did make them myself. Very few young people know how to truly appreciate hot springs, so listen carefully. The temperature of the hot spring not only determines the type of snacks you should choose, but also the amount of time you should spend in the water. To bathe in a hot spring is to completely empty your mind. As such, swimming around the pool is incredibly disruptive and impolite, and something you should absolutely not learn from Mualani.
Hey!
All right, looks like you were able to adapt to the temperature, no problem. You should be able to switch to... Well, I've got to get going. Oh, and make sure you drink your milk. I'm looking at you, Mualani. I still remember... That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or...
Okay.
Paimon didn't think you were the type to do something like that.
I remember thinking I'd totally get away with it too. But turns out milk is pretty easy to spot when you pour it into clear... Some people get dizzy if they stay in here too long.
Paimon's fine, just a bit stuffed.
Looks like you two are naturals. Oh, by the way, I have to leave you on your own for a little while this afternoon. I'm gonna help the others fix up that abandoned spring. I certainly don't trust their aesthetic tastes. Who knows what will become of the place if I leave them unattended? In exchange, though, I can recommend a couple of shops that are worth a visit. Huh?
Yeah, she brought us snacks and taught us about the hot springs. We want to do our part too. Friends are supposed to help each other out. We'd feel bad otherwise.
Well then, the more the merrier. All right, we should get going. Let's organize the best hot spring gathering Natland's ever seen.
Carving waves.
Mulani! Wait, you brought our guest?
We're here to help.
But you're important guests. We can't put you to work.
All right. Stop trying to out-polite each other, would you? The sooner we get this party... Now, where to start? Looks like the water outlet is... Ooh, those boxes in the corner need to be thrown out as well. Also, someone needs to go out and get some cloth, wood, and decorations. Oh, and snacks, too. I say we get enough for 20 or 30 people. Bulk purchases fetch the best prices after all.
I'm not good at haggling. Why don't you go?
Hey, I'm not any better, and I wouldn't even know what to buy. How about we handle things here?
Yeah, that works too. I can introduce you to all the shops while we're at it. All right, let's meet back. Faster! Need a surfboard? Hey there, Yellowfast. Hope business is...
Well, if it isn't Moalani...
That's right. Didn't make the cut.
Well, it wouldn't be a competition if everyone got to win.
Here, it's all on the list. Quite a sizable order, as you can see.
Wow, that is a large order. What's it all for?
That's right. Keep this between us for now, but... We're throwing a hot...
Wait, you're saying she can go in the hot springs again? That's great news! How about this? You can have the decorations on the house and...
Come on, I know you can sweeten the deal. That pile of wood's been sitting there since I left for the pilgrimage. At this rate, you need to get rid of it.
All right. Such a handful. Just give me a moment while I pack all this up for you.
Wow, that was amazing!
All in a day's work. By the way, Yellowfast.
Interested? They won't come.
I'm not planning to haggle this time, I promise. Package them separately. Nope. Kachina likes shiny little trinkets, so whenever I come across something like that, I always buy it for her. I'll hold on to them for now. It'll be a nice little surprise for her when she returns victorious from battle.
All right, that should be everything. If you could just double check.
Let me see. Huh?
That's on the house. 7 years ago, when the Abyss attacked our tribe, Atea saved my brother's life. She never asked for anything in return, so send her my regards, would you?
Oh, we will. It's gonna be a party to remember. Well, that's our shopping done. We're back. How's everything going? Wow, this place cleaned up nice. You got the water?
I would hope so. We spent all day clearing up. Did you guys get everything?
Oh, we brought back tons of stuff. We set it down near the cake.
All right then, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get back to...
Actually, why don't you two take a break? I'll handle it from here. So, I was brainstorming on the way over, and I'm thinking we could draw something on the wall over here. So, what do you think? Not bad.
It looks amazing! Paimon had no idea.
Well, I'm usually the one in charge of the family store, so I'm pretty good at things like not to mention this was totally a group effort. Still, I didn't expect it to take quite this long.
Yeah, tonight's definitely not gonna work. Chief Amina set up those patrols to guard against the Abyss, and Atea volunteered.
I see. Well, guess the surprise will have to... This could actually be a good thing. She can relieve all the exhaustion if... Well, let's call it a day then. Traveler, Paimon, you must be tired too. Come on, I'll take you to the inn.
Carving waves!
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx us.
Let's ride!
Alright, this is it. Get a good night's sleep, okay? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, good night! Paimon's exhausted. Anyway, we need to be well rested for the party tomorrow, so let's head...
To arms, everyone! To arms!
Why now?
Traveler, Paimon, wait!
Mualani? What's going on?
It's the Abyss. Our patrols are trying to drive them back. Come with me. I'll take you somewhere.
Mualani, a little help over here. We can't hold them back.
One moment. I'll be right there. Really? That's perfect. I've been waiting for the chance to fight by your side. Hang in there. We're here to help.
Let's round them up!
The tide rises! Yeah!
Oh, have they been contaminated by the Abyss?
No, they are the Abyss. Destroy them!
All right, let's finish this fast.
Thank you.
I'm all right. Go help the others.
I almost died. Tide rises! Yeah!
Time to go!
No touching!
Let's round them up!
We've cleared out most of the monsters over here. Looks like we're still in for a long night, though. We still have no idea. Let's go ask Amina. She'll have a better handle on.
Carving waves!
Need a surfboard? Amina!
Oh, it's you three. Thank you for helping clear out those monsters. We were prepared for an attack, but we didn't have enough people to prevent them from breaking through our defenses. No casualties so far, though.
Where'd they come from this time?
The east side. We've pinpointed the position of an abyssal pylon, but we don't have enough manpower to take it down. An abyssal pylon? What's that?
A kind of gate created by the Abyss. One that allows monsters from the Night Kingdom to enter the physical world. The only way to end the attack is to destroy the pylon as soon as possible. Otherwise, the endless hordes of monsters will exhaust our
Exactly. That's what I'm most concerned about. Their numbers suggest there might even be multiple pylons in the area. We're searching.
All right, we'll go seal off the one to the east. Traveler, Paimon, can I count on...
Of course! We can't just sit back and do nothing! On behalf of the people of the Springs, you have...
Let's go. There's no time to lose. That's it, all right. Come on, let's get rid of... this thing.
Let's ride! All hail! Access denied. Let's dance! Born of ice and frost. Carving waves! Higher, higher, dance on fire! Whew! That should do it, right?
I don't see any more monsters, so... looks like we're in the clear.
Do these attacks happen a lot? Must be hard on your tribe.
Yeah, it makes things hard sometimes, but... that's how our ancestors have always lived. Besides, the Abyss doesn't care how difficult our lives are. Fighting back is the only option. Come on, we should head back. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there something over there?
You're right. Lualani, look! They're coming from that direction! Wait, that area looks kind of familiar.
What? How unlucky can we get? We probably don't have any reinforcements over there, so it's up to...
Huh? Seems like the monsters are decreasing in number.
Come on, everyone! Keep it up!
Let's ride!
No touching!
I'm a little low on energy. Access denied.
You can't hide!
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Faster! Amazing!
Ateya, what are you doing here? Where's the pylon?
Where do you think? If I'm here, means that thing is long gone. I was in a hurry, so it's not my best work. You should check if all the important stuff is still here.
Stop talking for now. That wound looks bad. The abyssal power is corroding your body.
Is this the right area? Hello? Anyone there? Mulani and Atea. What's going on? We were
Atea took care of it, but she's injured. Quick, someone get a doctor!
All right, stop fussing. Don't you think I know my own limits? The main thing is they didn't destroy anything.
Wait, no! This was meant to be a surprise.
For me, right? I know.
Atea!
You think I couldn't tell you were avoiding me on purpose? Not one of you stopped to say hello today. It couldn't be more And you, Mualani, were you the one that brought the snacks? How many times have I told you, you have to choose them based on the temperature of the water?
Oh, forget about that. The doctor's almost here, and you're gonna get all better. Then we can have a meal together, and I'll help you make whatever you want, okay? You just have to hold...
The impurities and the elemental energy we embody repel each other.
What? The crystal has been purified? When?
The anguish he feels has brought him to... I also came across a teardrop crystal. Can you purify it?
Atea! Atea! Wait, what do you mean? What is this? Some sort of purification?
How can that be?
I never knew that was even possible.
Atea! Yes, thanks to the Traveler. By the way, Traveler, are you all right? I just saw you purify abyssal power from Atea's body. You're sure? Good.
Thank goodness.
You scared us all half to death
All right, everyone, head back and get some rest. We'll meet here tomorrow. We'll celebrate Atea's recovery and our triumph over the Abyss. And most importantly, we'll show the Traveler and Paimon how grateful we are for their aid. Let's make it an occasion to remember.
Got it!
Got any other secret powers I should know about? But seriously, you really came through for us tonight, so thank you.
Paimon almost forgot you had that ability. You used it back in Mondstadt to... That was some quick thinking, Traveler. Huh? You look like...
Abyssal power still exists within her body. Immersing herself in hot water...
We think Auntie Atea's illness has taken a...
She could never come into contact with hot water before, and now she's visiting the hot...
Hello? Traveler? Maybe you can zone out some other time because Paimon can...
Let's ride! Off we go!
Not interested in hanging out with the other kids? Snacks not to your taste? None of the above, huh? I heard you were the one who cleansed the abyssal power yesterday. I was hoping to keep it a secret for a few more days. Didn't want to ruin the celebrations and all.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Come on.
Hey, where are you going?
Just going to get some air. It's too noisy in here. You have fun. We'll be right back. Oh, and there are extra snacks in that box over there.
All right. Sound.
Mualani.
Yeah?
You've gotten so tall. You know that. Feels like just yesterday you were that rambunctious kid. Tell me, how are your parents?
They're away on business. Seriously, Atea, what's going on? You're acting traveler. Did something happen? Both of you seem...
I guess I should explain. I wasn't visiting the hot springs because I was getting better. And that pylon yesterday, I didn't go face it by myself because I was reckless. It's because... your friend saved my life in that cave. And because of that, I got to enjoy this celebration with the hot springs. I'm just trying to enjoy them for as long as I have left.
Oh.
Mualani?
That better not happen again, whether I'm here to catch you or not. That's what you said back at the artificial spring. I wanted to believe you were actually...
You want to know something? Recovery, death, to me, the two aren't all that different. Both are worth celebrating. You've never been resurrected, so you might not understand. But Death and I, we're old pals by now. There's nothing sad about being reunited with an old friend. I lived with regret for a long time. Regret that my illness meant I could no longer take to the front lines, especially as our nation slid deeper into crisis. But yesterday, I was finally able to let go of that regret. Not only because I found the strength to fight the abyss, even at the end of my life, but because I got to see you in action, Mualani. Seeing you out there, it made me realize that I don't need to worry about our even if I was never injured. Old age would still take me one day. Just remember, whether in life or death, I am always with you.
I understand. Seems like you've given this a lot of thought, Atea. Thank you for telling me all this. I'll do everything in my power to protect our tribe, our nation, and live up to the example you set for me.
Good. Oh, and if any of you have the chance to meet with the Archon, could you give this to her for me? A talisman I've carried with me my whole life. It may seem strange to say while I'm still alive, but just think of it as a relic I'm leaving for her. It's brought me good fortune in battle. Even after I became too sick to fight, I never took it off. Just tell her it embodies fond memories and my strength of will. She'll know what I'm trying to say.
Don't worry. We'll make sure she gets it.
All right. That's all I wanted to say. Let's head back to the party. No use spending what little time I have left being...
Traveler, Atea, Mualani! If you don't hurry up, there won't be any snacks left!
Excuse me, what did I say about bathing in the hot springs on a full stomach? Life is a journey in which there's no turning back. So forge ahead and don't hold back.
You can only do... much on your own, but with a... anything's possible. Woo! Ah! Oh!
Paimon feels like a whole new Paimon after those 2 days in the hot springs. The Abyss kind of threw a wrench in our relax. Still, spending time here really has fun. The Kaholasaurs are so nice and so fun to play with. Oh, and Atea's snacks were so delicious. She gave Paimon some for the road just as yelling at some kids who got caught throwing stones in the hot springs. So, not much has changed since we first met her.
Hey, you guys. Sleep well last night?
Yep, this area is so nice.
Glad you like it. I was thinking of taking you guys out to do some sea fishing. Later tonight, we can eat whatever we catch.
Hey, Mualani!
Yeah? What do you need?
The team sent out to fight in the Night Warden Wars has returned.
And Kachina? Is she back as well?
Kachina fell in battle. But don't worry, the team was victorious, so the Rite of Resurrection will be held in the stadium soon.
That's a relief. The Abyss is cunning, and it was her first time. Mistakes are bound to happen.
Exactly. She deserves to hold her head.
All right, thanks for letting me know. What? Jeez, she sounded a little anxious there. Had me thinking it was bad news for a moment.
Mualani, you said the Abyss was cunning just now, but it seems like the Abyss just wants to destroy everything. Like, think about all those monsters that attacked your tribe. If there really was some sort of cunning plan, wouldn't, not that Paimon wants them to be in any more danger,
Relax, I get it. At a glance, it certainly seems like the only goal is total destruction. The Abyss isn't a living entity after all, so what capacity for logic or... But through our long history of fighting the Abyss, we've realized things... 500 years ago, the Abyss invaded Tevat. You know about that, right? That's right. Conria suffered greatly during that time. And Natlan was the worst affected of all. It took the combined efforts of the then Pyro Archon and heroes from every tribe to fight. Even so, the effects of the invasion lingered for hundreds of years. Our tribe's waters were contaminated. The Children of Echo's territory was overrun by dangerous sludge surging from under... It was like each disaster was designed for a specific tribe. Exactly. We once thought that the Abyss's desire for destruction was a sort of primal instinct. But its methods are, in truth, we now believe the Abyss has invaded the Night Kingdom, and has the capacity to read the memories of this land at any given moment.
And that's how it became so dangerous and cunning. Almost like it knows you inside and out.
Yes, and that's why we've been unable to fully eradicate it, even after all this time. Luckily, the problems left behind by the Abyss have been successfully addressed by the various Pyro Archons we've had over the years. Now every tribe is prospering and things are looking up. I mean, just look at what we managed to do a few days ago. We totally fought...
You must have had to sacrifice a lot to get to this point.
Every battle, every sacrifice is in pursuit of a future where we get responsibility, duty, unavoidable burden. But I believe we will be rid of the Abyss one day. And the efforts of all who fought against them will be to think that my name could survive in ballads passed down to future generations. It's kind of romantic. Everyone has something that drives them forward, you know? We have to. Not only for ourselves, but for our future. Anyway, let's head to the stadium. Our fishing trip can wait until Kachina's back with us. The sea's not going anywhere.
Whoa, this place is packed already!
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna be so flustered. She's never had this many eyes on her before.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Kanich, you're here!
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani. Is everyone all right?
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend here's got some tricks up his sleeve, by the way. He's just as strong as
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll... Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on?
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss didn't win after all. Think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat you in the pilgrimage!
Pathetic. The both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan like that? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the likes of them.
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan, the person actually has to be a hero.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? A girl who never should have even gone to war? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working? That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory.
Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies as I continue to investigate this matter. To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even myself. But doubt is a means by which we seek the truth, not a weapon we wield against others.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You...
No, of course not.
Even though I have said nothing to change your mind, then it would seem that...
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? I know you said you were investigating the situation, but I'm sorry, that's not enough.
I've already shared everything I know. If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs informed on the progress of the investigation. Once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no...
did she just ask us to come...
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to...
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will...
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night...
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her... She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, the Pyro Archon would be there to break. Whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of... She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to... Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me...
That's not fair, Ul.
It's all right. I understand your rage. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean...
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our resistance against... If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, there will... But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will...
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of... Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike...
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is...
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart.
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result, once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against... Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. Then, We have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the abyss at bay. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would...
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings with fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will...
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. Your sense of self will be devoured. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try, I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be... You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very...
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can... If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between... Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the night...
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of...
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there. However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing.
So, Hyman's the only one who's scared? Well...
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact wielded by the tribal chiefs.
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago. Didn't think...
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage... Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus on... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and...
What?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you perhaps even more than you can imagine. But ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical...
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against... It embodies fond memories and my strength of will. That's what...
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flame... If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's not at all...
You're right. Even now, the production of the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows... The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan. And Kachina's disappearance and...
We can't let the general public know that...
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, but if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's hero.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the... Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear so until our heroes are ready. I will sacrifice my power.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name-bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. All we can do is support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it...
If not me, then who? No other is... I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah. And how—
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again, and we're not prepared—
No. We're running out of time. The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the mass—
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. This could prove to be a very When we exchanged final blows, I sensed an unusual presence. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Nightwind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to—
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust—
Is everything okay, Ark?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did some—
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one confrontation.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just keep climbing. Paimon really hopes nothing—
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second. At least tell—
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need—
Rescue her? From the—
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness—
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This life isn't complete without taking risks. That's—
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is— If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's—
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you—
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one— Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime, but let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to—
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means—
Vichama? Why does that name sound...
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops.
Thank you. We'll go...
Good luck. I hope everything goes...
Carving waves! Someone admiring the scenery from the cliff top. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back? No. If you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place.
Are you okay? You don't...
Everything's fine. I'll help you. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friend.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malcolm?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all...
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name...
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost... Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood.
Wow, you got all that just from look...
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime...
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that...
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to...
Oh, I see. What about the second...
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, normally you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes. But I heard there's a traveling merchant from that tribe.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Let's meet. Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. What?
I appreciate it. Even though that doesn't mean... Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Hang on, Kachina. We're coming for you. Off we go. Hello. Do you have any
hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for...
Oh, the whole thing?
Let me steal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by... All right. That's up.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for...
Perfect. Is that the only one, though?
That might be tough.
Thank you so much. We'll wait.
Relax. Everything's going...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels the same way about his... Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. Here you go. By the way, I heard you meant... How's he doing? Malco's been...
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. But I don't know. Malco was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit. 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Vichama...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss, and Vichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg. It's just... Malco and the others ended up facing hordes of Abyss. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blamed... Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible. I've tried convincing him to move forward. To stop... the Abyss has caused so much suffering. And some wounds... Anyway, that's the gist of it.